Hello, it's Tom with Digital Foundry, taking a look at the Batman Arkham City Remaster on PS4 and Xbox One. Right, so this is one half of the Return to Arkham double bill, a package that includes the first two games in the series with spruced up visuals, each rebuilt with Unreal Engine 4. So that's the original Arkham Asylum and its more ambitious open world sequel Arkham City, which is what we're focusing on today. While we're mainly looking at frame rates on current gen here, the visual upgrade can't be understated. It's a more substantial overhaul to a game's graphics than we'd usually get from a remaster, taking it from the Unreal Engine 3 of the original games to bring it more in line with Arkham Knight's feature set using Unreal Engine 4. We get new character models, revamped lighting and bloom across Arkham, higher resolution effects and particles, and much more. The basic gameplay template is the same as you remember it, but the point is this could have been a straight port of the older PC version maxed out, which still looks great, and potentially had it run at closer to 60 FPS. But instead, developer Virtuous has boosted the visuals and we're left with performance that isn't as consistent as we'd like on PS4 and Xbox One. So now that I've given the whole intro spiel, you've already gotten a good gist of how the two compare. The basic points are both PS4 and Xbox One run with an unlocked frame rate, and unlike Arkham Knight, there's no 30 FPS cap here. And also Arkham City has VSync engaged on either side, so we don't catch any screen tearing at all. Now, as regular viewers of Digital Foundry will know, this isn't ideal. On PS4 for example, performance goes from 20 FPS at lowest, but in select moments rises right up to 60 FPS, though that's rare and really we're mostly sticking to the 30 to 35 FPS region. A frame rate cap at a straight 30 would make this game feel considerably smoother in action, especially while indoors, but the fact is this frame rate line is left to freely go up and down the graph like this. On Xbox One it's the same story, but as you've seen it generally runs at a lower clip. Sometimes the two are neck and neck, but generally you're looking at a PS4 lead by as little as 1 frame per second and as much as 16 FPS in matching cutscenes. That's one heck of a margin and reminds us of the areas in the recent Hitman reboot, another game which lets us run at an unlocked frame rate where the GPU is the main bottleneck on Xbox One. Some cutscenes play to the PS4 strengths and show a huge margin, but general gameplay evens the two out at near the 30 FPS line. Either way, neither game feels 100% smooth to play, but having tested these two back to back, there's no question PS4 feels like it's running at a higher refresh of frames. We'll be going into detail about the visual differences in a later video, and there's plenty to cover there, but it's also worth noting that a dynamic resolution is used on both. Each system can hit a full native 1920 by 1080 frame buffer while indoors, but when there's a lot of GPU memory bound activity on screen, like rendering the city outside or lots of enemies, that pixel count drops to various numbers below. Curiously, this is handled purely by scaling the horizontal resolution. So to explain, the vertical resolution is permanently fixed at 1080 pixels on PS4 and Xbox One. It's just the horizontal axis that scales up and down based on load. So on PS4 for example, that means we go between around 1600 by 1080 at lowest to a full 1920 by 1080, but we also see numbers in between those. On Xbox One meanwhile, the lowest pixel count on record is a cut down 1024 by 1080, as noticed in the opening cutscene with Bruce Wayne handcuffed in front of a mirror. It's rarer to see this machine hit a full native 1920 by 1080 at best, but it's certainly doable in the opening battle with Catwoman, where there's less demands on the engine overall. We see numbers usually in between these values on Xbox One, and sadly it does add up to create a gulf in image quality between the two platforms that's appreciable. I played this game on Xbox One first and thought it looked solid overall. Textures appeared a little blurry from afar due to that extra scaling, but I didn't mind the image quality really when played in isolation. But switching to PS4 directly after that, there's no doubt you get a much crisper image for running at an overall higher pixel count. Between the resolution and frame rate advantages, it's a straightforward recommendation here. PS4 handles this Return to Arkham remaster of Arkham City more capably on both fronts, and if you have a choice of the two, it just makes sense to go with Sony's machine. That being said, there's an argument that not all the visual changes are for the better in this version, something we'll be looking at in more detail in our future comparison against the original PC edition maxed out. And equally, the whole package would benefit from a 30 FPS cap to smooth out the wavering frame rate levels, much in the same way Hitman added the option for its final release. Anyway, that's all from me today. Do let us know what you make of the Arkham City and Arkham Asylum ports in the comments, like and subscribe if you found this handy, and until next time, thanks for watching.
So it's the Joker then? Maybe he's not so bad.
Welcome, inmates. You are now taking your first tentative step. Then wham! Gotcha!
I don't know, man. He looks pretty sick. I promised you some entertainment, right, boys?
Please, I did my best.
That useless plaque has failed, Mr. J. You know what that means. Oh, I think you do better than that. Get
Help me!
Stop! What the hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead! Well, there's no way you're getting to Mr. J. We're safe and sound up here. You can just stay down there and burn!